should I change how much I keep in my emergency fund after retirement? Because I'm not making any more money. I can't just replenish it just with my income.
Yeah. So here's the thing about emergency money that's really fascinating. There's all these rules of thumb. Have 3 months worth of expenses on hand or 3 years worth of expenses on hand for all kinds of different things. And there's some ways that you can actually, say, hey, I'm in a 60/40 portfolio, and you can model what would have happened in 2008 downturn. How much did it drop? How long did it take to come back? And you can say, okay, I want to make sure I can cover another one of those situations. So essentially, if I'm taking a systematic withdrawal, I can either reduce or eliminate the withdrawal during that period of time, go over to my emergency money and use that instead. And then when things recover, I go back to my normal systematic withdrawal. And it's going to recover quicker because I'm not taking anything out of it, right? And so you can figure that out. You can literally do the math by each type of portfolio and figure out exactly how much emergency fund you need for different scenarios. But one thing I have found about emergency money, it's super personal. And there's just no way around it. There's no analytical aspect of emergency money that I've ever seen really work. Some people feel like having $5,000 of emergency money is too much because they want to have everything invested all the time. It's just their belief system, and they believe that they can withdraw from that if they need to. Other people feel like 500,000 is just really not enough because it won't cover as long enough for me. And that's what emergency money is about. It's about sleeping well at night. And so whatever that number is. So if you get into retirement and you feel like you don't have enough emergency money, then yeah, you should be saving more money towards emergency money until you get to a spot where you feel good about that. And so that's the problem with all these rules of thumb. They don't take into account like just human behavior and people's thought processes and how they're dealing with risk and whatnot. So it's very fascinating. It's a great question. So the answer would be yes, you should save for more emergency monies during retirement if you don't feel like you have enough. But that goes for any age. It doesn't matter whether you're 20 or 90. Your emergency money is something you have to feel good about. Look at your bank account and say, man, I feel great about having that one way or another. So yeah, it's a good question. It's a hard answer, but
Yeah, and one of the nice things is when with us, if you ever need money, we can get it to you in a couple of days. If you
yeah,
need to liquidate something for some sort of emergency, your money's always there and
yeah,
accessible.
yeah, that's right. Liquidity in today's world has dramatically improved. We don't have commissions to sell. We use a lot of exchange traded funds, for example, and we don't have any commissions to sell those. So, it doesn't cost anything to get out. If you're all your money is in IRAs, you might have some taxes. So you can make an argument for having some money in cash for that purpose, but you can still get it out if you needed it. Again, it's an emergency theoretically. And so, yeah, usually somebody calls on Monday, we can have the money in their account, Wednesday or Thursday at the latest. And so liquidity is not a huge issue. The only thing is, the market could be falling. But oftentimes that might mean some portion of portfolios going up, so stock market falling and the bond market's going up, we can sell some of the bond pieces, rebalance it later, type of thing, so there's usually some place we can get money, which does mitigate some of the need for emergency, but it still doesn't answer the emotional need. I'm telling you, just from my experience, people still just need that feeling of having something. And again, sometimes it's a small amount. I've had quite a few clients who really, really don't like having a lot of money in emergency because it makes them uncomfortable, literally, to have money in an emergency account because they feel like it's not working for them. And I have other clients on the other end of that spectrum. So, there isn't any wrong or right there at all. It's just, what works for you.